Hi students, welcome to EduRefit. So as you can see, we are on the App Lab page of the Code.org platform. In the previous videos, we have understood what the App Lab is, what the features of the code mode and the design mode of the App Lab are, and we have just gone through some commands of the toolbox in the App Lab which are very significant. So in this session, we shall firstly create a very small project which will enable us to understand how some commands are in use and can help us create a small code. So in this session, basically we shall be creating an app which enables you to turn the background color into your favorite color. Shall we do that? Alright, let's begin. So firstly, as you can see, I have changed the name of our project as color input project. So basically, here we shall be creating a text input where the user enters his color, a favorite color, and clicks a button and the background changes into his favorite color. Shall we see how it works? Firstly, we should be creating a layout for the aspired model. For this, we shall be going to the design mode. So as you can see, we are on a screen which is named as a screen 1 and whose background color is white. So this is with the screen properties. Now we shall enter a text input element and place it wherever we want to on the visualizing section. So basically, a text input, as we have already discussed in the previous sessions, is where a user enters his or her text as asked by us. So how do we ask him to enter the color which he likes? For this, we shall place a label. But previously, as you can see, as soon as we have entered the text element in the visualizing section, on the right hand side on the workspace, the properties of the text input element have appeared. So basically, the properties appear simultaneously to the element when entered on the visualizing section, enabling us to change any properties which we want to. So our text input has been entered. Now we shall drag the label just above the text input. A label is anything that specifies what our text input is about or just instructs about anything related to what we are putting on the visualizing section. So as you can see, similar to the text input element, the label element when entered in the visualizing section has its properties described in the workspace. So in the text element, the properties are ID, which is the name of the label, which we shall be keeping it as label 1, or you can change it up to your will. Next property is the text, which is the text that should be entered in the text element. So since we are asking the user to enter his favorite color, we shall be changing the text. If you observe carefully, as we enter the text in the properties space enabled in the workspace, the text shall soon appear in the visualizing section. So I shall write, what is your favorite color? So as you can see, the same thing has appeared on the visualizing section. So our label and text input are ready. Now we shall take a button and place it here. So if, for instance, I am the user, I shall first read what is there on this screen. It is saying what is your favorite color and asking me to enter it in the text input, and as soon as I enter, it is asking me to click a button. After which my favorite color will be appearing on the screen. So basically, again, when we have positioned the button wherever we want to in the visualizing section, you can see that the properties are there on the workspace. So ID is the button's name, which is button 1, which we can keep it as same, or if you want to change, you can change. And the text, which is nothing but the text on the button. We shall change the text on the button to click here. As we change it, it is enabled in the visualizing section. So this is our layout of this app, which enables us to see our favorite color as soon as we enter it. So the work in the data mode and the design mode are done. We shall go back to the code mode. So basically the code mode enables us to give characters and traits to the ones which we have created in the design mode. For this, we shall start coding using the commands. As you can see in the toolbox, we are in the UI controls section. So we shall drag our first command of the UI track into the workspace. This is the on event command. Basically, it says that for an event which will be occurring, we have to specify what is required for the event to occur. Basically, for the event to occur, our event being the change of color or flash of color when the user enters the name of the color. So, for which the user has to click a button. Clicking a button is our event. So we shall drop down to button 1. So on event command, it says that when button 1 is clicked, all the instructions included in the green block are going to be run and function. So our next commands will be included in the green function block, so as to enable those in the visualizing section. So as you can see, our next command should be, can you guess what it can be? Yes. So we shall drag down the UI controls commands, and if you can see, you will find a set property command. And when you hover your cursor on the commands, a small box appears which is the instructions of that particular command, which enables us to give an idea of the command. So basically, as you can see, the set property command is to set a property to a new value for the specified element. So we shall drag the set property command and assemble it in our script, which is in the workspace or the scripting section. So our set property has got different characters, which is ID, property and number. What do we do with these? So the first thing is, where should our property flash? What is our property? You should question yourself with these such that you'll able to fill the spaces. So our property should be flashing on screen 1. So we'll change to screen 1, which is the ID of our screen. What should our property be? Yes, our property is related to background color, so we shall flash here. How do we get our property? So as we know, when the user enters the color's name, our property should be flashed on the screen. So this should be stored as a text somewhere. For this, we shall drag the getText command in place of this. And now, where should the text be entered? Yes, it should be entered in the input label. What is the ID of the input box? It is text input 1, so we shall be entering text input 1. So as you can see, our code is just formed out of 2 commands, which On an overall, I shall be explaining now, which is on event, that is the event of clicking button 1, the function, that is set property, that is our screen background color keeps changing as you enter text in the text input element. So now shall we try our code? Alright, how do we try our code? Yes, it's exactly the same way. Firstly, we'll compile our code using the run button on the visualizing section and then enter our text. So I have clicked run, which means the code is compiling. Now, for instance, I am the user. This is my screen. I shall read, what is your favorite color? I shall say my favorite color is red. I've already included red, so that's why I've taken it as an option. So now, as a user, I have typed red, which is the entry of the text input element. Now I shall click the click here button. Yes, as you can see, the background has changed to red. Shall we try some other color? So we will reset it. Our code works. So we'll try another color. For example, again, I shall run the code. I will enter my favorite color, which I haven't entered before, which is black. And as a user, I'm asked to click the button, click here. I shall click it. Yes, as you can see, again, the background color has changed. So this is a small app which we have created where the user enters the background color and the background color changes or flashes the color which the user has entered. So this is a very basic app which we have created using the App Lab page of the Code.org platform. I hope you have familiarized yourself a little bit than the previous classes of how App Lab is used and have enjoyed yourself throughout the process. In the next session, we shall be learning how to create a text input and receive a response in the form of a text input. Stay tuned and thank you. So do like, share and subscribe the video.